The only method in the world that helps you get consistent profits for your efforts in reasonable time. STAR. Phil C here with you, professional trader at Star Prosper. Appreciate you being here and grateful to share another day with you as always. Now, let's get straight to the real problem that you are not making consistent profits in the markets. The GTAs, Guru Trading Ads, they're not touching on the missing link for profits into consistent profits, leaving you without positive results for your efforts. That means the only one making money is the gurus selling their stuff, and it's disrespectful and it's annoying. Especially when the only thing that matters to me is your results. Instead of spending 10 minutes going over it, let's do it in 1 minute together. And then we'll go over and have a look at the charts for the coming week in trading opportunities. The results is the only reason why you were here. I understand that. And that's why STAR exists. Why am I sharing this with you? Because the truth is, if you've done any training in the past with little to nothing to show for it, it's not your fault. That's number one. And secondly, anyone can put together a course and sell it, but it's the application of the information that makes all the difference in the world. The missing link is never talked about. And what I've put together for you next Thursday is going to finally address that. Without it being in place, becoming consistently profitable is practically impossible. Gurus don't talk about it because it doesn't sell auto trading software or 100% win rate indicators. So why talk about this now? Everyone deserves to know there really isn't shortcuts to becoming consistently profitable. I've been consistently profitable for over 8 years now. I've been where you are right now, lost a lot of money, frustrated, annoyed, and I know what it takes, so I only focus on practical material that will shorten the path to get you where you deserve to be, which is freedom. The private client group I'm working with right now all desire freedom on their terms. And what the gurus are pushing, it's all marketed around you relying on them. So you have to continue giving them money over and over and over again. That's not true freedom. To acquire a skill set in a reasonable time so you can rely solely on yourself, that's the key. So I want you to mark down August 17th on your calendar, because the event I put together for you is about that missing link from profits to consistently profitable. Your results are the only thing that matters to you, and I want to over deliver on that promise to you. Either we get serious about your trading and address it right now, this coming Thursday, or we continue messing around for the rest of the year, putting it off and donating money to the gurus that only want to sell you stuff. Those of you who desire real results, I'll leave a link for you below so you can register that for the coming Thursday, and I highly encourage you not to miss out. Don't continue losing money. You need that to trade with, and I only wish the best for you. I'm grateful in advance to see you there. It will be a good one. And right now we're going over to the charts and taking a look at some potential trade opportunities for the coming week. So if you like my style of trading, been following me for a while, I will see you on Thursday, August 17th, and we'll start getting you some real results that you deserve. All right. So click the link below, register for that. Excuse me. And I'll see you there. All right, let's go to the charts. Okay. We are at the charts. I just want to apologize because I just realized that my microphone was turned up way too loud. So there was a little bit of distortion that was happening. I apologize for that. Let's get into it. Okay, so euro dollar, there's a couple of things to go over right now. The trend continuation trade is something that I like to focus on because it's easy to pick up, it's easy to learn, and it's easy to trade and make some profits with it. So I love doing trend trades. However, there's a lot of pattern trades today. There's a lot of pattern opportunities here. So, and in the star trading overview, I want to give you things to look at as well to trade alongside with me for the coming week. Still waiting for this pattern here, but speaking of trend trades, so in the Star Live trading room, it's a live room I do every day. And what our clients were looking at here was price action came down below this low. Okay, so we broke and closed below that low right there. And then I also said this in last week's STO as well. Look for that move back up into. We were resting around here. And then look for that move all the way back down into. So this right here is the trend continuation trade. Actually caught that move. Okay. So throughout the live room, all of us were looking at the trend continuation trade on the lower time frame. Price action comes all the way back up into that structure level, and then we sell all the way back down into a retest of the lows right here. Didn't get target 2 though. We didn't get a follow-on target all the way back down into this low right here. But that is what I'm looking for because of this bat pattern right here. But yeah, that trend trade, that was about an 80 pip move on that. Didn't get the follow-on with that, but we're still waiting for this pattern trade to set up as well. Okay. Just waiting for euro dollar to press down a little bit lower there. Over on the dollar yen, I believe it was. Yeah. Over on the dollar yen, similar to what I was saying last week, we came back down into. So if you look at last week's episode, you can catch up with this as well, what we're doing. We came all the way down, back down into this level right here. Okay. And then I said, watch out for a move all the way back up into a retest of this high. This right here is a trend continuation trade. We come back down into a retest of that level right there. And then we come all the way back up into a retest of this high. So that's the trend continuation right there. And then follow-on targets would be a Fibonacci extension from this low to this high and back down in. So if we get a move all the way up into 145 450s from this Fibonacci extension, that would be target 2 of the trend continuation trade right here. And what you will notice is that is also very close to our stop right there. So currently involved in this bat pattern right here. It's not a Gartley because we haven't hit the 618, okay? So it is a bat pattern. We're just shy of that B point there. So bat into the 886, currently live in this trade. If we do get follow-on targets from a trend continuation trade, from a move back and then a retest of this high right up here, okay? Then, you know, most likely might get stopped out of this one. But sometimes price action comes up just shy of it and then completely rolls over. That does happen sometimes, right? And it also happens with a target. So it's a stop loss in this case. But this can also be a target, right? You come close, price action push up, 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 up. You get close to your target. And how many times have you seen price action just go away from your target into your stop? That happens too. So you get both sides in trading. That's the nature of the beast right there. Still waiting for the moves to play out. So we'll just sit on the sideline here and do nothing because one or two things is going to happen from here. So price is either going to hit our stop or it's going to hit our targets right there. So not too much else to do with the dollar yen. Okay. Aussie dollar. So heading over to I want to give you an opportunity in the form of a Gartley pattern here. So this will be at market. So we don't want to watch this anymore. This already played out. That was already a winning trade. We take those. Those are great to have. And here, as you can see, an M formation right there. And you see the impulse leg that I'm looking at. So we have an M formation here, and I'm looking at a Gartley pattern right now. So this is my impulse leg, okay? Swing low to swing high. This is where I want to take the Fibonacci measurement from. So swing low to swing high. What I'm looking for is a B point right here, down into the 618. So that puts us on Gartley pattern alert. Remember before we were just shy, so it was a bat. Now we hit the 618, so now it's a Gartley. Okay. Then we come all the way back up, we retest these highs, but we don't press higher than this high right here. So that means it's still valid. Okay. So what do we want to do after that? We want a CD completion, as we can already see right here. So Fibonacci extension, back up in right here. And you can see price action come all the way down into a 127 Fibonacci extension right there. And this is what it looks like. Grab the triangle tool, and then we draw it in like this. CD completion right there. And you can see that we are currently at market right there. Okay. So draw in a box tool there. So price action came all the way down into a 127. So that sets us up for an at market Gartley pattern right now here on the Aussie dollar. 1 hour time frame. So what do we want to do from here? The criteria has been met. Okay. Valid Gartley pattern. Well, we have our entry points, right? So we're at market. So we have our entry points at the 127. And then we want our stop placement, okay? So here we want to get involved. Where do we want to get out if we are wrong on this trade, right? Where do we want to get out? Well, what does our rule say with a Gartley pattern? Stops below our X point looking left. Okay, so that's simple. We follow the plan. We put our stops right below our X point looking left. Okay, so let's grab our dealer thing right there. So here is our entry, 6493s. Here are our stops, so below the X point looking left, okay, right there. And what we're looking for is price action to come all the way back up into a 382 and a 618. So that's target 1 and that's target 2. Entries right here, stops right here. Targets is a Fibonacci retracement from this swing high all the way back down to this swing low right there. And you can see that price action came very close to the 382. And then we come all the way back down into our entry right there. Okay. That happens too. So we have a 1.5 to 1 risk to reward on target 1. That's a solid, positive risk to reward profile. That's what we want to see, especially on a pattern trade that's about 50 to 60% accurate. Again, what were we talking about last week? You find a strategy like this that's testable, verifiable, and repeatable, which is the rules we're going over right now. Once you have that, then you can go and test that. How many times when this happened, when these ratios were met, how many times did we win? Right? What is our strike rate? And if you're half right with a risk to reward profile that is over 1 to 1 and 1.5 to 1, logically, you are profitable. So if you come into the markets and you trade that every single day with discipline, you will be consistently profitable. That's what it takes. That's it right there. If you can, that's why I say this all the time. I emphasize on this all the time, because that's it. You find something that wins half the time with a positive risk to reward profile, and you're going to do incredibly well for yourself. All right. So this is target 1. What we want to do is duplicate this. Okay, so we clone that, drag it over here, move this up into the 618, and now we have our target 2s. So target 1 is 382 right there, and target 2 is 618 right here. Okay, now if we are wrong on this, if we're totally wrong, where do we want to get out? Well, right down here. Because if price action moves down past this point, we want to get out, right? We want to get out here and not all the way down here. Yeah, because if price action moves all the way down here, then we're looking at a lower low, lower close right down here. We may get a move back up and then a continued press lower. So we want to get out here, not down here, right? When you test these strategies for yourself, you are going to see that too. So here is our Gartley pattern here at market on the Aussie dollar daily time frame. And we have a good risk to reward profile on this trade. All right, moving over to the Aussie yen. Just really quickly on this one, because there's not much to do with this. Okay, we are just waiting for price action. Patient. Waiting for price action to come to us. So still waiting with this M formation here. If price action can move all the way down into 90s, 900s, then we can look to buy it up. Okay, right now, still waiting, still in this bigger trade right here. Okay, so we've been in this for quite some time now. Let's see if we can come all the way down and hit target 2. That would be an incredible nice trade on this. And then we can immediately get involved in another opportunity on that too. All right, so let's take a look now on the Kiwi dollar. This one is interesting here because, so this one, that was a really good trade as well. Very decent trade. Actually going to get rid of all this now because we don't need to see any of this anymore. If I can actually click, that would be great. Okay, so this one's interesting. The Kiwi dollar, if we don't get a close below, so I want to drop in a line tool right here. No, we already do get a close below. False alarm. Sorry, I didn't know. Yeah, we already get a close below. What I was going to go over is if we don't get a close below this low right here, then we would be at market for a Fibonacci swing low to swing high right here. So it looked like what I was looking at is this. Okay. There's our move, 50. Oops. Right here. All the way down into 886. So I thought that we were going to get a very nice risk to reward on this because we could have an entry right here. So just below. Right there, just above that there. And then this would have set up something like this. It would have been a very nice risk to reward on this. So target 1 would have been 2.5 to 1 risk to reward profile on this. But yeah, I got a little bit too excited. This is an interesting one. So price action does close below our X point. That means that it's no longer valid, right? That's what that means. So there's nothing we can do with this one. I apologize in advance for that right there. So nothing happening on the Kiwi dollar. I'm actually going to remove this. Okay, so we don't need that. And we'll continue to watch price action from here. What do I think? Well, I anticipate that we get a pullback. A pullback into where? We're going to move down, pullback, get another move down, pull back, another move down, pull back, always pull back in a structure there. Then we get another move down. So where do we pull back into? Look left, right here, back up into this structure level. And then we might get price action to press down lower and maybe continuation all the way down to 0.59. So that is potentially what we can look for with structure. Price action structure is also what we are going to be covering this coming Thursday. All right, so let's take a look now on the last one here for Kiwi Yen. So Kiwi Yen, we came down into 127, hitting double targets. That was wonderful. Also wonderful as well. A good pattern observation right there. And now what we are doing is I want to take a look on a lower time frame here. I want to give you two trades here. Okay. This is the impulse leg I'm looking at. Swing low to swing high. Right there. So grab a Fibonacci retracement. Swing low to swing high. We come down and hit the 618. Okay. So we do have a B point right there. And then we also come up and hit the 618. So we have a C point there as well. The CD completion here is at a Fibonacci extension from this high to this low, right? Like this. And what we're looking for here is if price action can move all the way down into a 127 Fibonacci extension. You guessed it. We have a Gartley pattern right there at the 127. All right. That's one opportunity. So if price action can get a move towards the downside, a CD completion right here, that would be a Gartley pattern right there. And then also what we got here is let's flip it. Okay, so let's go the other way. We have our swing high down to our swing low. Okay. So you can see that we come up into a 618 right there. So we have our B point, and then we also come down into a 618 on the C point right there. So what does this mean? Yes, that's another Gartley pattern setup waiting for us. So this is a really good position to be in. Let's grab a Fibonacci extension tool and go from swing low to swing high, back down in. So we have a 127 Fibonacci extension up here at 88 180s. Okay. And where's my triangle tool? And let's do this. X to A to B, B to C, and C to D right there. So now we have another Gartley pattern. One down here and one up here. A potential bullish Gartley pattern and potential bearish Gartley pattern. Yeah. So this is a good position to be in because it doesn't matter where price action trades from here. Because we know, using the if-then syntax, we know that if price action does move towards the upside here, then we are going to sell. Yeah? Because the conditions were met. Once that happens, we have our entry here because this Gartley pattern meets the criteria. So we sell at the 127. The same thing happens if price action moves all the way down into our 127 here. Again, all the conditions are met. So now we have the criteria of a bullish Gartley pattern if price action moves into our 127. So now we wait. Okay, we be patient, waiting for price action to come to us. So we don't have to stress and make a decision on market open right now. What are we going to do? We have a potential Gartley pattern here and here. So now we're in a very good position to be patient. and we wait, right? So if we're going to move up, then we sell. If we're going to move down, then we buy. And using an if-then syntax is very important when it comes to having something in place that is testable, verifiable, and repeatable. Because last week, I was talking about being half right with a positive risk to reward, and that you'll be profitable. The same as what we discussed right now. But why is it that the majority of traders aren't consistently profitable then? Because there's a lot of moving parts on the back end, and a lot of gurus aren't hitting on it, and it's doing everyone a disservice. And I've been going over this in the daily live trading rooms, but there's still a lot of people following me who are missing out. And I want everyone to know the reality of day trading, to know what it takes to actually make this work. And for some reason, nobody is sharing it. And it's interesting to me because it's the make or break to anyone becoming consistently profitable. So we have some good opportunities here. We're going to keep an eye on them together. Again, with that, I want to finish up with inviting you to the live trading event this coming Thursday, August 17th, 6 p.m. Yeah, August 17th on Thursday, 6 p.m. London time. And I promise to over-deliver to you, and it will be a turning point in your trading. I promise you that. And you deserve to be successful at this. You really do. So click the link below, and I'm excited to see you there on Thursday. It will be really good. Until next time, I'll see all the clients tomorrow in the live room as well, London Market Open. But until next time, be safe, enjoy life, and I'll talk to you soon. All right. Thank you so much.